So the U.S. Constitution grants parents a fundamental right to direct the care, custody, and control of their children. So I support a parental notification policy. My position is to fight for the rights that parents must be informed. My position includes any child in the district and of any age. I believe this position is supported by the Constitution. Some argue that this policy violates student privacy rights and discriminates against transgender students. There is no law, code, or statute that prohibits this policy. Right. This is a constitutional question. Is there a compelling state interest in this instance to carve out an exception to the parental fundamental right to be informed? No. Any violent outcome against a student because of a notification is a tragic outcome that we need to work together to mitigate. However, this does not provide a compelling state interest, which would rob the right of parents to be notified. The involvement in their kids' lives on this issue far outweighs any concern about a student's privacy. I appreciate the amendments that were made, which put the responsibility on the teacher to report to the principal rather than the teacher reporting to the parents. I appreciate the amendments made, which put the responsibility of notification on the principal. These are sentiments that and concerns that I expressed last month. I hold and hide nothing as a teacher. I hold and hide nothing from the parents of my students. The relationship begins with a realization that as the teacher, I'm not going to hide anything or keep information from a parent. Teachers should communicate with parents regarding any change of behavior, and I think the teachers agree with that. Teachers are trained to speak to parents. Teachers preach the importance of parents and partnering with them to do what is best for their children. This is what we want. So why would this be any different? A child's decision to change their gender should be handled within a family. We are teachers, and in some cases, we are with our students for more hours than the parents. But that does not make them our children. We are their teachers. We care about their academic growth. We want them to thrive. We know that that includes a balanced approach, including social emotional learning. When we see a child with behavior concerns, we notify parents. When we see a child with a change in behavior, we notify parents. So in conclusion, as I said in the beginning, this policy furthers the long-held belief we have in this country that parents have a fundamental right to direct the care, custody, and control of their children.
Being sworn in as student board representative, I adhere to a philosophy that I like to call the 3 C's: commonality, campus, and community. Incorporating these philosophies and combined with the most recent opinions I have heard tonight, must I say, parents deserve the right to be aware of the internal information ongoing in their children's education. Family is a central unit of society, and stripping them of these fundamental rights is sacrilege. Initially, it was my intention to come here tonight to oppose the original parental notification. But with the most recent reforms, I find them to be laudable. In addition, the notion that this pro-parental policy is outing transgender kids only emulates a political rhetoric that polarizes our communities. Instead, I'd rather dub this clarifying. For example, if I go to a doctor's office and state I am 21 years old, when in reality the documents provided to the clinic says I am 16, who does the doctor go to ensure that he has legitimate information? The middleman, the parents. Bear in mind, this policy does not infringe on the inalienable rights of forming your own identity, whether it be non-binary or any other gender for that matter. And to label this as anything else only exacerbates the pernicious cultural wars that we see today. I may not vote on this board, but I strongly urge for its approval.
Okay, folks. Let's continue here.
I'm so glad I don't have to follow that.
Now that the mic has dropped, my statement is what he said. Let's continue here. Trustee Ortega, you're next.
No.
Well, obviously has big shoes to fill, so.
I echo what they've all said. I'll just give it to you from the heart. I have a pre-written speech I was going to give, but and I'll read parts of it and then share with you some other. I believe in every child and student is precious. And I want to ensure that my job as a board member is to ensure every child and employee who's part of Orange Unified School District has a safe environment where they will learn and succeed. In the same manner as when I was in law enforcement, my job as a trustee is to help every person regardless of their beliefs or ideologies. I believe in parents' rights so that parents can be fully involved in their children's lives and education. Parents have the responsibility to care for their children and have the right to know what happens while they are at school. I wholeheartedly support and believe that, especially a parent of 2 students in Orange Unified School District. When parents complete the registration paperwork at the beginning of the year, they must authorize the child to receive a simple over-the-counter remedies such as dental wax, Band-Aids, saline solutions. These parents' rights align with the standards set by OUSD in keeping parents in the know about simple, non-emergent, as well as more serious issues. And this is one of our documents that the parents has to sign. So why is it we're having them sign this, but we can't inform them of anything else? Additionally, counselors, psychologists, and/or administrators must get permission from a parent or guardian of a student 17 years old or younger before any counseling or psychological sessions. The parent or guardian must also give permission before a student spends time in health office, wellness center, and/or with counselor or psychologist for mental health services. And that's part of the California Education Code 51513. And it's been said here throughout that it's been interesting about Mr. Goodlander, the union president, hasn't been present at any of these board meetings because of the comments he keeps making, especially his last interview, that supposedly the teachers have informed him they're doing this already. You know, but we're still the enemies, according to him. So I just want to keep it simple. I don't have the fabulous speeches like this young man. But I state again that I embrace my job as a guardian of all those who are part of OUSD, students and staff alike, and I support this 100%, and I said it in last meeting. As I mentioned, I do have 2 kids in this school district, and I do understand, and I'm a product of this school district as well. So I just want to thank you for coming out. I just want to thank all of you for your support, and just coming together and being able to support something of this nature. So again, thank you for coming out. Thank you for staying this late. And so I just want to thank you again. Thank my colleagues for bringing this forward, and I appreciate it.
Thank you, Trustee Ortega. I don't have much to say. I could just all those 1-minuters, I could just put them all together, and there's just plenty to say there that was just on topic and just on target and amazing. And I thank you so much for all the well wishes and for so much support of this policy that we've really worked on for many weeks here. And I want to thank Trustee Minor for basically bringing it home here. Thank you. I just also just a quick comment. It's unfortunate that my fellow board members decided not to continue in their responsibility as a board member this evening. That's a sad thing, and it's too bad that they're not. It's too bad that they're not here to represent their constituency. Okay, I've kind of thought throughout this whole process. I've kind of thought, about the child. Parents decide to conceive a child, then the mother carries the child for 9 months. I know we all know this, only to send their child eventually to school and to be told to keep a secret from parents, and because supposedly it's comes down from the state. So my concern there is this child is keeping a secret, and potentially there's lies being said, and this child, 12 years old, is ready to change their lives forever because they're keeping the secret and not sharing with their parents, as the state would have you believe is the best thing for that child, is the best thing for a 12-year-old child. Again, parents have decided to conceive. I know I thought about it long and hard before we conceived, my wife and I. And then this must hurt the mothers the most, carrying your child for 9 months only to see that at 12 years old they decide to dismember their body because of some kind of ideas shared with their with the state and or the school system. So for that reason, for that reason and many other reasons, I am in full support of this policy, and I will continue to support parents. I'll say one thing though, and this has come to mind because I've already shared it with my kids. Not only do the parents right now need to worry about what's happening at the state level with all the laws that are being passed to, because they have the supermajority, are being passed to take away parents' rights. I've already told my children I hope to someday be a grandparent. Grandparents, those who are thinking of every. Okay, folks. Okay, folks. Motion. I need to make this statement. Motion passes 403. Three absents. Thank you.